Hello. Welcome to Interviews. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Corey.
I'm here with Kevin Reid, the Visitorium. So why the name the Visitorium, first of all?
The name of the Visitorium comes from years and years ago. My internet handle, when I first went on the internet back in the old dial-up days, there was this terrible comic book from a comic book company I really liked called The Visitor. And my comic book guy at the store for Christmas gave me this giant 6-foot cardboard stand-up of this weird bug-eyed character. And when I was coming to decide on an internet handle when I first had to, I looked over and went, oh, okay. And years later, when I had to make a website, well, the visitor lives in the Visitorium. That's where he lives.
Why did you start a theater blog? Like, was there one show that really got you interested? Or were you...
I think it was the 2008 Fringe Festival was my first Fringe Festival and the first time I'd ever paid money for theater. I don't even know if I knew Fringe was a theater festival. I realized at like age 35 or 6 that, oh my God, I love theater. I think 2010, I was going to Fringe and I thought, I'm gonna write about it this year, and I was gonna write about it on Facebook. But then I saw Nancy Kenny had this WordPress blog at the time. I'm like, well, I could do that. It's free. So I did that, and then I just started reviewing that and everything. And then I started reviewing everything. Yeah. For like the next year, and a year later, people started actually giving me tickets to their shows to come and review them. Yeah. Which I didn't actually think they would do.
Was it a decision where, like, I really want to start writing about all the shows in Ottawa because there's so many? Was it just like, I like this, I'm going to write something about it?
It was pretty much that. Like, theater is just a big, big joy for me in my life. Like, I found it and it was like, oh, this is it. This is what I've missing the last, like, 3 decades. Seeing theater can be this amazing, fun, immersive experience, and not the dry, stale thing that a lot of people who have never been think it is.
Yeah. So there's some people who say your blogs or your reviews are very, just everything's very nice and sugar-coated, and you don't criticize. So as opposed to, like, not from a critical standpoint, but as just like a general audience member, like a fan, you know what I mean?
I very much consider myself more a theater fan than a critic. Like, I have no theater criticism background, and I thank God for that every day. I do approach theater as a member of the audience. Like, I don't bring a book and write notes, because when you're writing notes, you just miss what happened on stage. But I go, again, for the pure joy of it, and I want to share that with people. Like, if I don't like a play, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say I liked it if I didn't. Yeah. But if you really want to know how I feel about it, buy me a beer after the show and we'll talk then. Yeah. I'll be critical in my head, but when I'm writing the blog, I am absolutely there to promote, and unashamedly. I'm trying to get people to go see the show and make up their minds for themselves.
Yeah. But 3 years? 4 years now?
I think we're going on 4 years now.
When we did our second show, you were there.
That was Speakers, right? Like Youth and
I think Speakers was first, then you are here. You showed up to both, yeah.
I've seen more Maycan than you, whoever you are.
Than everybody. Why was the decision to write about it as opposed to join it? And now which you are?
Yeah, I mean, I toyed with the idea years ago. I guess I don't lack the motivation to make that big leap here, because I always wanted, every time I'd go to the Fringe, and I'd hang out at the Fringe tent at night, and I wouldn't really know anyone. I'd be sitting there by myself, like, and I really, really wished I fit in with this scene. I'm like, I don't know anyone. But then I started writing, and now people know me, and that's nice. And then after this past summer, when I ended up being in a Fringe show, then I thought, well, fuck it, I'll take the plunge and apply to theater school.
So how was that, going from, like, you're saying it's almost like sitting on the outside, like, I wish I could kind of do that, but whatever, just jumped into it?
I've been easing my way onto the other side. Like, I've taken a few night courses at the Ottawa School of Speech and Drama, and over this past summer I did a bunch of improv workshops with Fresh Improv, and that was a blast. And then worked with you in Backpack Theater in the legendary tragical history of Nick Wade. Yeah, I'd originally had different plans for the summer, but after I got into that show, I thought, well, what the hell, I'll try an audition for theater school. And I auditioned for the Ottawa Theater School, whose work I've followed for a long time, and I love them, and got in.
Where do you see yourself after this program? Do you see yourself acting in more shows professionally, or just kind of...
Well, it'd be nice to get paid for it, I guess, if I'm going to do it. And I guess I'm going to do it. But Fringe is kind of my love as far as theater goes, so I do want to kind of go after that model.
So before the Visitorium, what did you do? What were you doing?
I barely remember. I collected a lot of movies. I bought a lot of comic books that I didn't really read too much. Honestly, I just worked. I was reasonably drifting through life, it's fair to say.
Quickies. Ready?
I think so.
How many plays have you seen?
Probably about 1,000.
Who do you think is your biggest following? Theater students, people in the theater community doing theater, or OLT subscribers?
I'm going students.
What was your favorite show of 2013?
Oh, geez. Let's say the most recent amazing one I saw, which was Collapsible from Mikasa Theater.
Yes. What was your least favorite?
I would never divulge that. I mean, by means right, Catherine.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 43.
43. Not a lot of people know that. You look good for 43, sir.
Thank you. It's the hair.
Why the hair? Looking to...
Cheap for haircuts?
What play have you seen do you wish you could be a part of and acted?
I don't know there's anyone that I've seen specifically that I think of, but if they ever mount a production of Elvis Presley's movie Viva Las Vegas, I want to be Lucky Jackson.
The 1,000 plays that you've seen, what percentage of them did you not like?
Actively dislike, a broad 10%.
Okay.
And that's not hated.
Do you have a favorite show that you've seen, or one that just really sticks with you?
Well, I'll see Little Orange Man again at the drop of a hat.
Do you have any plans coming up?
In the year, well, semester 2 at the Ottawa Theatre School, where I hopefully get less terrible at acting. Tentative plans for return to Fringe next year, which I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about yet, but I'm hopefully going to...
In a show or to write about?
In a show.
What's your favorite make-in show that you've seen?
They're all so good!
Oh, fuck off.
I might go Wolves Are Greater Than Boys.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Spending the time.
Corey Tabera, Make-In Theatre, everybody.
Thank you.